It's not unheard of for a sitting president to forgo re-election, but it's uncommon, and no president has been pushed out of a campaign due to concerns about mental fitness. A cautionary note for Democrats who believe a younger nominee could fare better against Trump. Republicans won the last two elections where eligible presidents stepped down. Truman and Johnson were succeeded by Republicans. An immediate issue for Democrats is that if Biden were to withdraw now, which he hasn't indicated, it would be historically late. Johnson and Truman stepped down under pressure, passing the White House to the opposing party. Comparing Biden to these presidents isn't exact. Neither faced significant doubts about their job capabilities, unlike Biden. All three were former lawmakers and vice presidents, but Johnson and Truman took office after a death or assassination and later won the presidency on their own. However, both faced challenges for their party's nomination and were humbled by poor New Hampshire primary results, announcing their decision not to seek re-election in the spring. Truman declared his intention in a nationally broadcast speech in Washington, while Johnson did so in a televised address from the White House. Biden faced no real pressure from Democrats to step down earlier this year and only token opposition for the nomination. He has nearly all Democratic National Convention delegates pledged to him. Truman and Johnson avoided tough primaries by ending their campaigns early. Biden still has the nomination secured and would have to choose to relinquish it. Republicans, aided by war hero Dwight Eisenhower, won the presidency, Senate, and House in 1952 when Truman declined to run. Johnson's withdrawal sparked a scramble for the Democratic nomination, eventually won by Vice President Hubert Humphrey, who lost the presidency to Nixon but helped Democrats retain control of Congress. Theodore Roosevelt and Calvin Coolidge were Republicans who took office after an assassination or death and chose to leave after one full term plus most of another. Roosevelt later regretted his promise not to run again in 1908. He left office highly popular and respected, passing the presidency to his chosen successor, William Howard Taft. However, he became frustrated with Taft's performance and the GOP's direction, challenging Taft for the nomination in the next election. When he failed to secure the nomination, he ran as a third-party progressive candidate, beating Taft but losing to Democrat Woodrow Wilson. Coolidge became president after Warren G. Harding died of a heart attack and later won the presidency on his own. He was never truly happy as president and suffered a personal loss when his son died after playing tennis at the White House. Coolidge also passed the presidency to another Republican, Herbert Hoover. Coolidge announced his decision not to run again in a surprising, brief statement given to reporters on handwritten strips of paper during his summer vacation before the election. Three 19th-century presidents pledged to serve only one term. Despite a successful presidency, James K. Polk's Democrats lost the White House after he stepped aside in 1848. The Whig Party nominated war hero Zachary Taylor and former President Martin Van Buren as a third-party candidate. Taylor won, giving the presidency to the Whigs. James Buchanan promised in his 1857 inaugural address not to seek re-election, stating that his only motive would be to serve the country faithfully. However, Buchanan, who was president during the secession of Southern states following Abraham Lincoln's 1860 election, is not remembered fondly by many historians and is often ranked as one of the worst American presidents. In 1860, Democrats lost control of the White House and Senate, leading to Lincoln becoming the first Republican president. Rutherford B. Hayes, a Republican, pledged to serve one term and did so after the disputed 1876 election, which ended Reconstruction through a compromise. Hayes' decision was influenced by the need for civil service reform, as he believed an executive without re-election ambitions could best restore the system established by Washington. Republicans then chose James Garfield to succeed Hayes, and Garfield won the presidency, also helping his party gain control of both the House and Senate. For modern Democrats, maintaining at least some power in Washington is crucial, especially with concerns over a potential second Trump term. If Biden believes his candidacy could risk a Democratic loss across the board, he might be persuaded to step aside. What are your thoughts on President Biden's potential decision to step aside? Share your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful discussions on current political scenarios.